Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
Hey.
All right, guys. We're back. Episode 401, the start of our long slog to 800. It's insane. So Micah is out this week because apparently on the first episode of the new year, he didn't think he needed to be here.
Yeah, he had to be a father or whatever.
Fucking clown. Oh, I'm gonna take care of my son.
Take care of my son.
That's a direct impression. That's pretty good.
That's exactly what he said.
He sounded all sad. What a terrible father he is. No, so he'll be back next week, I guess. I don't know. But we do have some things to talk about. It's not a lot. It's not a super long show just because we've been on break and the rest of the world has also been on break. So everybody just kind of took off for the holidays. But we do have a few things to talk about and checked out. Lightning Round, movie and TV news, and What the Fuck. Of course, brought to you by JTD. And then I'm going to announce some things that probably some folks didn't know about. So check those things out later on. So, all right, checked out this week. Terrence, you and I both finished The Mandalorian.
I did, yes.
I have to say, stuck the landing.
Yeah, look, I am not a huge Star Wars fan, as people may know already. I love this show. It's super good. It's super simple. 8 episodes, and it nailed the landing. Like, it was really good. It's just a Western.
Yeah.
It's a Western. That's all it is.
It's Gunsmoke.
Yeah, that's all it is. Doesn't do anything special, but it's in the Star Wars universe, and it's different than the Skywalkers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's not space magic.
I'm telling you, man.
Guns.
I'm telling you, the fact that it doesn't have Jedi is the thing that makes it work. Because the Jedi make things so fucking complicated. Oh, what fight style do they have? What weapon do they have? Are they Sith? Are they Jedi? What kind of wizard are they? Blah, blah, blah. Fucking shut up. Shoot that guy. Just shoot that guy. Right. Like, everybody has normal powers. They don't have like, oh, I wrote myself into a corner. He's got these new abilities. Like, it's just straight up. And I think that's just what makes it so much more fun.
Yeah. And it's like an RPG. Like,
yeah,
it's a Western with an RPG because as he's going through the season, he's getting more pieces of armor and like better weapons. Like, okay. And he's doing what do they call those quests? When you got to protect somebody.
Oh,
good Lord. I've been playing games for 40 years. What the hell is
That's like when they have to follow you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is interesting. Like, I thought the landing in the end was very good. They do introduce some level of like Jedi thing with the Darksaber, which I thought was cool.
I don't know what that is.
I didn't watch Clone Wars, so I don't know either. I did a quick blurb read, so it's got a lot of history. I want to go back and watch Clone Wars whenever I get like 9 seconds to rub together. I have zero time.
An escort mission. That's what
escort mission. There you go. And that's basically, yeah, you're right. That's what the season was. And like the thing about The Mandalorian that I find interesting is, I was talking to Mike about this right before we saw Rise of Skywalker. I need consistency in arguments. This is a thing for me, and I just can't help myself. People complained, and I've literally seen the same people who complained that the Joker was a ripoff of all these other movies, and it's like, oh, it was just paying homage to all these other movies, right? All these,
which is essentially what the director said, but cool, whatever.
Right? Like, okay, that is it's an argument that you can make.
Like, I wanted to make my Taxi Driver. I wanted to make my whatever. That's
right. The comedian.
What he said.
Right. So
it's fine.
So people complained about that. But yet they love Mandalorian, which is literally just a Western. It's just ripped.
A Western cereal.
It's just ripped directly out of Gunsmoke or any of those other, like, Wild Wild West. It's ripped right out of those shows. Yeah. So I just don't understand. Like, again, it's okay to make the argument that you didn't like it in Joker, but I would argue that it is not a very good argument when you love it in The Mandalorian. Like, and to me, it's not an argument. It's just that they're aping other genres, and that's okay. Like, that's my whole thing. But the other part of this is People are like, "Oh, this is so much better than the new Disney movies, the Star Wars movies." And I'm like, "Yo, you are comparing apples to oranges. Like, they have so much more to do in those 2-hour epics and trying to tie 40 years worth of shit together. Yeah. So this show is just like a dude you don't even see just walking in a desert shooting a guy.
Planes of planets.
Right, like that's it. Like it's a very simple show.
Yeah.
But that's what also makes it fun and good, right? Like it's not overly complex. I just thought that last episode, like, I mean, he literally, I mean, it was like fucking, what is it? Like Metroid, right? Like he was like slowly getting more gear, right? Like you were saying, and then he gets the jetpack at the end, and it was like,
and he used it, and that was fucking dope.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Right? Yeah, it was cool as shit.
Right, and I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that Giancarlo Esposito made a really good audition tape for Magneto. I just thought he did. Like I was like, this nigga's even rocking the cape well.
Yeah,
like,
it works. Look, he's a great actor.
I give him that role. I would. I'd be like, oh, if a fanboy's mad, good, be mad. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
he's gonna crush it. But I thought he made a very, very solid case to be Magneto. I really did. And they'd be lucky to have him.
Even Gina Carano wasn't terrible.
No, she was pretty good.
She was actually pretty solid. I was like, I didn't realize it was her for a second.
Well, and it's also because that role is very simple. Like, it's just very simple role.
She's just a fucking warrior.
Right. And like, all right. And she's like, she's
a soldier.
And she's thick now.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember
biscuits, arm bars, gravy. God bless you.
What was that movie that she was in?
Haywire?
Haywire,
That was the first screening we ever saw. Boy, were we disappointed. That movie is not good.
She's improved since.
Yeah, she definitely has. Yeah. She was not a good actress back then. I mean, I wouldn't say she's a good actress now, but she was definitely serviceable.
Yeah.
I liked Carl Weathers in it. I thought he was great. He's got some funny moments. It's like, I thought you were, aren't you a Mandalorian? Like, Mandalorian isn't a race, it's a creed. That meme is like, he said it. But I thought his funny moment with Baby Yoda's like, do the hand thing. And Baby Yoda's like,
was that my nigga?
No, I can't make it happen. But I just thought it was a fun time. It was a fun time, and I look forward to the second season.
What was the combat droid? What's the name of the robot?
IG-11?
Yeah. His sequence was dope as fuck.
Yeah. That was great. I mean,
it's funny because like he had the best action sequence in the show.
And, in the first episode?
No, at the end. The last episode.
Yeah, when he rode in on the speed bike.
On the speeder. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what's his name? Directed this episode.
Taika Waititi did.
And he does the voice.
Oh yeah,
he does the voice like, I see what you did.
Well, and that whole sequence in the beginning with the stormtroopers was hilarious.
Yeah, that was mad funny.
It was just like
one of them was Jason Sudeikis. I can't remember the other one. Something Jason Pally, not Jason something Pally. And he's like punching Baby Yoda. People were mad about that.
I wasn't. I found it hilarious.
It was fucking funny as hell because I'm like, he's gonna force choke the shit out of you.
That was so funny. He was like, let me see it. He's like, take it out of the bag. Like, nah, you just want to see it. That shit was funny, man.
It's funny because like stormtroopers don't talk.
And that was one of the things I thought was so good about that, is that you actually got a moment between these two characters that you don't know who they are or whatever. They're
just random dudes.
Just random dudes. But you got like a human moment from them, which I thought was fun.
And that's what Taika Waititi does, right?
Yep.
That's his whole brand of humor. It's just like that was definitely his writing.
Oh, 100%.
Right. So it was cool. Like I liked the whole episode. Like I liked the whole season. I think this episode, the episode with Bill Burr, who was excellent.
Yeah, he was really good, actually.
I was fucking shocked.
Yeah, he was from the planet Boston. He's never getting rid of that accent.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to come back. Because they're just locked in a prison.
Oh, yeah, they didn't die.
Not have come back. He can't not have him come back.
Oh, 100%.
Like, they were too good.
Also, I think we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the armorer when they tried to go...
I'm like... Well, that was badass.
Yeah, she's just like, wow.
That was some John Wick shit.
That was pretty good. She fucking knocked that dude's jaw off. I was like, well, good day to you.
No, it was a great season in there. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, because a lot of times you can like build up and in a season you're like, and it was okay. But I thought it worked really well. I look forward to season 2. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was a solid opener for Disney Plus for their first big original series.
And that theme song is a fucking banger.
That's
one of the best theme songs I've ever heard. I don't know who was some Swedish dude. I don't know what the hell his name is, but it's a dope theme song. Like that show is just good. It's just fun, man.
Yep,
it just really is.
Would you want to see a movie in that sort of world where it's just no Jedi, but it's like bounty hunters and shit like that?
I'd probably check that out if it was a movie, but like I'm fine with it being a series.
Right. No, I'm saying aside from the Mandalorian, something like that.
Like I would probably check that because again, like Star Wars has never really been my thing. Like I love like the lightsaber is awesome. Like
it's cool.
You can't not like that lightsaber. Like it's just cool, but like the lore is just too much.
It's
just way
overbearing.
too much. I'm just like y'all just making shit up at this point.
Yeah. Well,
I mean that's what the lore is, but like. It's way too much that I don't feel like getting into.
There are parts of, like, that's why, I mean, that's probably part of the big reason I never found, like, really wanting to dig into Clone Wars and stuff like that, because then it just starts, it starts to, like, crush itself under its own weight, and you're just like, all right. People are like, well, but what about Candor Van blah, blah, blah? I'm like, all right.
I don't, there's somebody who's going to get shot.
Right, like just come on.
Like, that's why I like the Mandalorian. It's just the Mandalorians. They're bounty hunters. They're other bounty hunters. They go on bounties. They go from planet to planet murdering people. That's it. That's very simple. That's all I care about. Is the action cool? Cool.
Yeah.
He's protecting a baby Yoda, whatever the hell the thing. What is it? What is it?
We don't know. We don't know what the species name is.
Didn't they say what it was?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Something like I forgot what they call it. Anyway.
All right, so I have not finished, but you finished The Witcher.
I did. The first 4 episodes, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Okay,
I'm not even gonna lie.
That's good because I'm enjoying it, but I also feel the same way.
Yeah, I liked all of it, but I was just like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Right.
But once it got to like episode 5, the story just kind of started making more sense. It's good. Like, it's really good. Henry Cavill did an excellent job playing Geralt. An emotionless.
Yeah, he's a robot, man.
Yeah, but no, he shows emotion towards the end of the series. The season. Look, again, I haven't read the books. Like the show is geared more towards the books, which I think are just like a bunch of short stories or like a bunch of. I don't know.
It is definitely geared more towards the books.
And it was doing a lot of time jumping in the first 4 episodes. I'm like, sure, whatever. Like I found Yennefer's story more interesting than Geralt, actually, from where she came
the books,
from.
I think the books are more focused on Yennefer than
are they?
I think
look, I don't know.
Geralt is definitely not the main character in the books, from my understanding.
Yeah, like he like her story was more compelling to me.
Okay,
like I liked her whole arc in this season. It was dope. It's just a cool show. Like it's a fun watch.
Does this break the curse? Is this finally lifting the curse of video games? Like, because this
is technically not a video. I mean, the reason why this is a thing is because of the video game.
Oh, 100%.
But like technically,
it's based on
the books. Now, where they go in season 2, which is probably not going to come out until like 2021, then we'll see. Because like The Witcher 3 is a very large game. It's hundreds of hours.
Have they said that the future?
I have no idea what they're going
to do. Because the talk is that they're planning the show to run for 7 seasons.
Okay, 7 seasons. Okay, I don't know how many books there are.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but yeah, I'd be interested to know.
Like it's just a solid show. The acting is great. I was surprised that there were so many people of color. I saw that one dude with the fro. I was like,
why? No. He had a perfect shape up.
I found it hilarious. Like that was the first thing I noticed when he showed. I was like, yo, this nigga's shape up is on point. Where does this take place? Sweden? Do they have any black folks in Sweden?
Not a lot.
And I think people were angry about that, of course, because it's the internet, whatever.
Wait, they were mad that there were black folks?
They were like people of color. Like, this isn't like, but it's fake, nigga. Like, relax.
No, they got magic.
He had his dragons and shit.
Like, who cares, man?
Like, Yennefer's literally a witch.
Yeah.
Or a mage or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, calm down.
So there are quite a few Witcher books.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there are quite a few, actually.
Like, they got a lot of source material to go from. Like, look, if you were basing this off of like it being from, because again, if it weren't for the game, this thing wouldn't exist, because what's his name is a huge gamer. Henry Cavill's a huge gamer.
Yeah, he is.
And he was like, I want to do this. And he nails it. He sounded like he definitely took from the game, because the voice, he's like, he could have done the voice in the game.
Really?
Like, it's that good.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Because I saw your response online. You were like, he is a perfect Geralt.
Yeah, he really is. He is. He nailed it.
I thought the action sequences, I've watched the first 3 episodes. I thought the action sequences were really quite good.
Yeah,
they were impressive.
Like, the funny thing about the action sequence, because he's a Witcher, he's like stronger than just a normal human. Like, they speed ramp it.
Yeah.
Like, everything he does is like faster than everybody else, so it makes it look a little bit better. Like, I don't really have a lot to say. It's just like, if you were interested, it's a great show. People were saying it's going to be the what the fuck is that? Damn, the show just went off the air.
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones killer. I'm like, stop it.
Look,
it's not the same thing.
Look, it's not the same thing, and I'm going to need people to start to understand this. It seems like a lot of authors on like news sites are starting to get it, and people who are like really follow this stuff. You're never going to get a Game of Thrones killer with binge shows. You're just not. You're not.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't build the hype. You cannot. Yeah. You can't binge hype. It doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work. This show is what, 10 episodes?
8
episodes. After about 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops, no one is talking about The Witcher until season 2.
And
Game of Thrones
not coming out for like another year and a half. People are gonna forget. Like, oh shit, that's right. Season 2 is coming out.
Right.
Game of Thrones ran for 9 seasons, 9 seasons.
Right. But let's take the last few seasons where it's only like 8 episodes. Yeah. That's 8 weeks. That is 2 months that people are talking about the biggest show ever. 2 or 3 weeks is not longer than 2 months. Like, in the beginning, it was like 10 episodes. Or, each of the earlier seasons, it was 10 episodes. So that's 10 weeks.
Right.
Come on.
And to that point, like, The Mandalorian, like, that's why Disney Plus is doing week to week.
Yes.
Like, besides Baby Yoda, everyone loving Baby Yoda, like, people were waiting for that show to come out every Friday. It comes out like 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's so weird.
Which is bizarre. Like, just do it on like evening. Everybody's home. Where people can't get spoiled.
Nope.
I didn't get spoiled. That was weird. I
did not either.
I just refused.
But I think it is. People were just like, I think like there's a weird thing of like, if it's week to week, people give you a little bit more time than if it's binge. Like, if it's binge, you're like, yo, episode 9, that dude died. You're like, yo.
It just came on yesterday. Yeah. It came out yesterday.
Yeah, they're like, I was up at 3 and I binge watched it. Like,
some people were like, I've already finished. I'm on like episode 7. I'm like, nigga, it just came out today.
Yeah.
Like, what the
people like wait till like
Christ.
Like The Witcher will come out at like midnight.
Right.
They'll stay up.
Run through 7 hours of it and they go to work. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Like, I have a life.
Like, I finished it like what, Sunday? I don't remember what it was. It's like a week.
But I think that's the whole thing. I think the week to week thing, I think people are hopefully starting to understand that you are literally, because of like, I don't want to say selfishness, like, because I think that has a bad connotation, but that idea of like, I want it all right now is killing television. It's killing it, right? Because it seemed really awesome for Netflix. You're like, this is because it was so wildly different. But I think what people really want, if I could speculate, people want to have the ability to watch it week to week. Because look, people are busy, man. Like, you can't. I don't have time to sit and watch 8 episodes of Witcher in a row. When is my wife and daughter leaving town for 2 weeks? Like, what the fuck? Like, when do I have time, right? So I have to do week to week, or so I catch like 1 episode here, here and there. But what is the benefit, obviously, is like you can build hype. Like, episode 1 comes out, you got a week, people are like, oh, this is awesome. Did you see that part? Blah, blah, blah. But what is ending up happening is you can't build hype for a show. It comes out too fast. And then once people are done, they're like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Like, that cost starts to drive up, right? Because you're now having to launch new shows and new seasons all the time. It becomes too much. But I think people are now starting to realize, like, what you ultimately want is a combination of having it week to week but the season is available the second the season is over.
Right.
In its entirety. Because that helps both groups of people, bingers and people who want to watch week to week. Because, like, having it bingeable on day one, sure, but a lot of people are like, I want it bingeable, you know, I want to be able to binge watch it, are willing to wait 8 to 10 weeks to watch a show.
Right. Some people are like, I'll just wait until the season's over so I can binge it.
Right. So as long as you make it available at the end,
weird.
I'm like,
okay.
Like that just seems weird to me. I'm like, you're going to wait 8 weeks? You just watch it now.
Right. And then there's a possibility, like if you get spoiled, that's on you.
Yeah, dude, you can't,
like
you can't explain.
If it's week to week and you get spoiled after all 8 weeks, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting and you waited to binge it for a week in a weekend, I'm like, nah. Like if you get it spoiled, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't like spoiling shit for anybody. Period.
No.
Like,
and don't ask me
what happened, because like unless you have to say I really want to know, because I'm not gonna be like, are you sure? Because I don't like that. I don't like people spoiling shit for me that I really want to see. I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
I'd rather you watch it for yourself.
Right.
To get the enjoyment that I got out of it.
Right. Because that's the thing. It's like people are like, oh, I don't care about spoilers. But you just don't get the same experience when you don't know. Like
if it's something I don't give a fuck about, like Star Wars, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you can spoil it. Right?
I don't care. But like if it's something that I want to see, don't tell me. And I don't want to tell you.
Right.
That's my thing. I don't want to tell you.
Right. I want you to experience it for yourself. Right. I agree.
That shit bothers me.
I don't like. Please don't ask me. Please don't ask me. Don't ask me. Like, especially if it's something I'm really excited about. Like, I don't want to. Like,
I don't want to tell you.
Like, don't ask me. When people were like, there was like 1 or 2 people were like, "Yo, what happened in Endgame?" I don't want to tell you. I want you to see it.
No.
Like, think about when you saw Endgame the first time. Yo, I would have been furious if I had known what happened going into it.
I would have fought the nigga that told me that nigga picked up Mjolnir at the end.
Right. Like, come on.
Like, I would seek you out and punch you in the face.
But, like, not even...
that would completely ruin that scene for me.
Well, that and, like, him using it against the shield. Right. I'd be like, yo, shut up. I don't want to hear that. It's like, please. So, the idea of spoiling it for people, no, look, if it gets spoiled for you after 8 weeks, that's on you.
Sorry.
Right. But, like, I want to watch The Witcher. I don't want that spoiled for me. Yeah. Like, I just want to watch it. So, it's okay. But I think if you do week to week, but you also have it available directly at the end of the season for people to binge it on day one, cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I think I enjoy week to week. Because I didn't have an issue with, like, again, I was like,
I have too many things to watch.
I wanted more of The Mandalorian, but I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll wait, just like I'm 40. Like, that's how television has always been.
Right, exactly. I didn't grow up in the era of Netflix.
Era, so I grew up waiting every week to watch Family Matters or whatever the fuck, whatever goddamn sitcom came on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's jump down to lightning round. But before we get to the lightning round, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you buy anything on Amazon. We know you're buying things on Amazon because Amazon is a giant juggernaut taking over the world and is the real monopoly, not Disney. But we all use it anyway because we're giant hypocrites. So you probably are one too. So make sure you use that link. And it helps us out. So help us get paid by letting Amazon take over the world. All right, lightning round, Terrence.
First up, WandaVision moves up its release date from 2021 to 2020.
Is this the first time anything has actually moved forward in time that we want to see?
I guess. I don't know. I don't like puns. The first sentence, you could call it 2020 Vision. Shut up.
Yeah, don't do that.
Disney Plus rang in the new decade by announcing that WandaVision, its upcoming series about Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, and Vision, has been bumped up from 2021 to 2020. An exact release has not yet been announced. Like, look, if it's done.
Yeah, so that
you gotta have something to fill in that gap for Mandalorian and whatever the fuck else is coming out.
Well, I mean, but the funny thing is, this means that Winter Soldier and Falcon, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and WandaVision are both 2020, which is interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they saw how I would figure they saw how popular the Mandalorian is. Like, they want to get it out as soon as possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, the interesting thing is, the events of WandaVision tied directly into the events of Doctor Strange, too.
When is Doctor Strange 2 come
I want to say 2021.
Huh.
So it'll be interesting. My guess is, and I'll look it up, but my guess is WandaVision comes probably in the fall. Yeah. So the closer to the end of the year, and then Doctor Strange is probably not too far into that following
2021. Okay.
So, yeah, look, that's fine. That works for me. I look forward to seeing it. I think it's probably going to be interesting. So Doctor Strange 2 is May 7th, 2021. So
that's going to come out like November.
Like yeah, they're going to probably
like November 15th or some shit.
Yeah, they're going to push it to the very end.
The very end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
Works for me. I look forward to it.
The Winter Falcon and Winter Soldier?
We don't know, but it's supposed to be, I think,
this year too.
Yeah, it's 2020. My guess, if I had to guess, probably February or March. That's my guess. Probably March, because they haven't announced a date yet. So that's got to be coming soon. And whenever they announce a date is when they'll release a trailer at the same time, is my guess. So my guess, probably in the coming weeks, you'll probably get something, which would be. Cool. I'm very interested because they want to mirror the look of the movies in these series because they're only like 6 episodes. So I'm very interested to see just how well they pull that off. Like how does it feel, right? And these are going to be week to week too, because people are like canceling their memberships to Disney Plus because The Mandalorian is over, and I'm like, and then you're going to join right back for this.
Mine is free for like a year and a half.
Yo, mine is like $4 a month for like 3 years.
Well, didn't you get the bundle? Didn't you like do the 100 and something or whatever?
Yeah,
like straight up.
Yeah, and it's like 3 years.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about.
Well, I'm a new Fios member.
Oh right, so yeah,
that's why I got free. The free shit. I'm like,
I wish I was, because they would tack it on, right? Like they would give me a year free and then the discounted for 3 years.
Right, the year like it's right crazy. Now, because I had put the $7. What is it? $7 a month?
Yeah, $7.
I put the $7, and they're like, if you're Fios member, you get it for free. I was like, like yeah, I literally just signed up, and I got the free year. And so they suspend your subscription, like your paid subscription, and once the free year is up, then they just like
they charge you.
It's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, my bank account is gonna get hit with like $140 in 3 years. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah. So that was cool. I'm like, look, fine by me. I'm gonna keep it. I don't give a fuck. I like the Jeff Goldblum show.
I haven't watched it.
That show was really entertaining.
Yeah, well, Jeff Goldblum is highly
he's a weird fucking dude.
Yeah, he's highly entertaining.
Yeah, he is. Next up, so apparently Cats happened.
Didn't do well, huh?
Yeah, it didn't do well at all.
Yeah, Carrie did not care for that movie.
And a week after it came out, they were like, "We're going to give a patched version of the movie." Because
that is that's super wild.
Because we didn't finish the fucking the VFX in the version that we sent out, because it was only like a 9-month turnaround from like principal photography. They had like 9 months to do the visual effects.
But 9 months is a lot of time.
No, it's not. Not for visual effects.
You don't think so?
No. Like, not if the entire movie.
Well, yeah, the entire movie
is VFX.
Yeah, that's true. You're not doing like little here and there. Yeah, that's true.
Like I was watching something, and they say like Pixar movies, they take like 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. From like start to finish. They started filming last year. This movie started filming in like November of last year.
That's insane.
They filmed it, and then they had till November of this year to finish all the VFX.
Wow.
And that's what we got.
Yeah, like...
So apparently this movie was trash. Like, first of all, again, the play seems mental to me. Jellicle cats and all the bullshit. I don't know what the... Like, I watched the review. I don't know what the fuck she was speaking a different language. I'm like... That's something I will never watch. Just like you. No one wanted this. No one wanted it. It was a wide release, and it made how much?
It was like a nickel, dude. It made no money.
It makes $38 million globally after 2 weeks.
It lost. It has a $100 million loss.
That's unfortunate.
That is it. That is insane.
Yo, they literally release up 1.0. version of the movie a week after it came out. That's sad, yo.
The fact that, like, Carrie was saying in her review that her husband, Chris, was like, yeah, you can see people's feet clipping through the floor is insane. I saw one picture. It was like Judi Dench was standing there, and her hand was like totally normal.
Oh, my God.
How did they forget?
Again, they only had 8-9 months.
That's crazy.
To do a completely visual effects movie.
I have to say, there's part of me that really wants to see it, but every clip I see makes it that much harder for me to ever give 2 hours of my time to watch it. I can't. Like, I've never seen the play either. Like, they all look like Zoobly Zoo characters, and I can't take it seriously.
And apparently, the play is coming back out. For some reason, I saw a goddamn saw it on Facebook. An advert on Facebook. I'm like, why the fuck am I getting this?
Because you love cats.
No.
You're a huge Cats fan.
I am a Cats fan. I used to watch the commercial when I was a kid. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats. I'm like, this looks fucking weird. Even as a child. I'm like, I don't like any of this.
And Taylor Swift is in it, if there's ever a reason for you not to see a movie.
That's unfortunate. Like, why? Literally no one asked for this movie to come out. And the fucking cast. Yo, they have Judi Dench. Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Why? Jason Derulo.
Why is he in this movie?
Whatever.
That apparently they photoshopped out his package according to Jason Derulo.
Shut up, nigga. Like, whatever, yeah.
He's like, yo, my dick is big. Yo. Just leave it in the movie.
Nigga, you a cat. Like, calm down.
Oh, man. I just as inside baseball, our review of Cats got over 2,000 more views than our review of Star Wars.
Because there's a trillion. Well, actually, there's probably a billion.
I'm sure. This movie is trash. But people just really wanted to hear how bad
it was. Yeah. So that's a whole cottage industry on YouTube. Oh, this movie looked terrible. Let's see how terrible it really was.
Yep.
Fucking
so, there you go.
Good Lord. Next up, Uncharted adaptation loses director over Spider-Man 3 conflict. What's Spider-Man 3 like? Upcoming Spider-Man 3?
Yeah. So here's
Bumblebee director Travis Knight has exited. Oh, he was going to direct it?
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
He's a pretty solid director.
He used to be a rapper.
The film. No, he didn't. That's not true.
Yes, he was.
That's not true. I've heard his rap.
It's not
his
good.
Lyrics, whatever.
He's a very good director.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Stick to that, nigga. Right. Knight has reportedly departed the production over scheduling issues with co-star Tom Holland, who is expected to begin filming a new Marvel Spider-Man film in summer of 2020. Oh, damn. So he was like, wow, you're going to make me wait? Nope.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
You should let Travis Knight direct this Transformers movie. Like a full Transformers movie. I feel
with all of them.
Yeah, I feel like he might be able to nail it.
Good. He's a fan of the actual Transformers, unlike Michael Bay, who was a fan of just shenanigans.
Oh, speaking of Michael Bay, I watched the first half of Six Underground.
What did you think of that?
Yo, that
first
movie.
30 minutes of that movie.
That like car scene was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
But it was pretty fun. The whole, like, as you're meeting more of the backstory of the people. Yo, what is going on? Like,
I don't know. I blacked out. I don't know what the fuck them niggas was doing. I have no idea.
I am thoroughly impressed in how crazy that movie is. I have to say,
again,
I kind of miss old Michael Bay. Like, again, I kind of do.
Netflix gave him $130 million. Just like, just do you.
And you know what?
And he did.
He did. Yeah,
he really fucking did. That
and it is super violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
I was like, good Lord, man. Yeah. Like, what's his name? Got impaled at the end of the chase.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess you're not going. I guess you're not going further into the story. Yeah, I was enjoying it. I need to go back and finish it. I didn't stop it because like I wasn't enjoying it. I just
it's fun. It's just fun. Like it's mental. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. But it's just a fun movie.
Yeah, and I think you need that every once in a while. So yeah, this is unfortunate about Uncharted. I don't need this movie to exist. I feel like we can just
and honestly, like I like Tom Holland. I don't see him as Drake. I don't see him as a young Drake. I don't see him as that character.
No,
just
I don't.
Period.
I don't.
I just don't. Next up, Mandalorian season 2 has been confirmed for fall of 2020 because, of course,
shocking news.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to go into this. We talked enough about the Mandalorian.
Everyone loves the Mandalorian.
I do like that they actually had not an end to that story, but like, like it's going somewhere. Like, he took down Giancarlo Esposito's TIE fighter, which was a fucking cool scene, like we talked about.
He was so cool.
Yeah.
I really
so yeah, it makes sense for that to sort of continue the story. So I like that.
It's funny, like everyone likes this show.
Yeah, I don't really hear anybody with any negative
right. Everybody
comment. Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it's very
Star Wars
weird
fans are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and everyone likes it, so that's good. Good, excellent. Good. And last up, Raising Dion is getting a second season. I haven't heard anything good about the show. Everyone I've seen is like, I'm not really liking the show. That's kind of
I
weird.
was surprised.
I haven't seen it.
I've not watched it because a lot of people that I know were saying that they didn't really care for it, and I've got enough things to watch, so like I'm not going to really invest my time. Not right now. I may go back at some point. I like the concept of the show.
Right, the concept is excellent.
Yeah,
but I literally have not heard anything good about it. But apparently, it's good enough for them to renew it for season 2.
Well, it like Netflix released a list of their 10 most watched shows, and Raising Dion was number 10.
Yeah, but number 1 was fucking Mystery. It was like mystery movie or some shit like that. That fucking Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, well,
so that doesn't mean anything.
No, but it's just like the amount of people who watch it. I mean, shit, season 2 was number 5 already. That's how popular
that show was good.
It is good.
It's nonsense, but that nigga's crazy.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on Lifetime.
Yeah. Lifetime was like, nah.
We don't want this shit. Nah, I know they're like, God damn it.
Right. But then again, it's a Lifetime, so like,
no one
wasn't going to watch that.
No.
Like, I wouldn't be watching that show if it was on Lifetime.
No, Lifetime is a channel where women they go to watch shows about them being abused. Like,
that's so fucking
it's the weirdest thing. Yeah. It was just like,
it's like they get abused and then they end up murdering their husband.
Yeah, and it's like, yay, Lifetime.
Like, okay, sure.
What was it? There's a Jim Gaffigan joke. He was like, the Lifetime original movie Rod, about a woman beaten with a rod. like that's what it's about. Like every movie. Yeah. So Raising Dion.
I think that's the best thing that happened to that show.
Was it got
Netflix
off?
picked it up? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they didn't even like. I mean, they picked it up for the second season. Like now, I think it's considered a Netflix original show.
Yeah.
But like they literally were just like running reruns of you, and then people were just like, "Yo, this show's really good," and Lifetime was like, "You can have it,
take it, whatever."
I guess probably what actually happened is people started watching it, and before it like super blew up, Netflix, because they have all the fucking algorithms, are like, "Oh shit, son," and they probably went to Lifetime. They're like,
how much?
We'll give you a nickel for it.
But how much for that?
Lifetime's like,
what? Ain't nobody watching this bullshit. Have it.
Yeah, and it was like,
little did they know.
And then it was like, boom. Yeah, so if you're a movie company or a TV company, and Netflix is like, how much for that? Don't get a big price.
But get
a big price
because ain't nobody gonna watch it on your network.
No,
just be like $1 billion.
Yeah, like
Netflix is like, no,
like, oh man,
all right, 100 million.
Yeah, but even if you got 100 million for you, that's not bad.
Yeah,
because you weren't going to do anything with it. Like, I mean, the same thing happened with Fleabag on Amazon. Like that got filmed like in the first season, like 2016 or something. Mm-hmm. But people didn't find out. Like it wasn't originally on Amazon. It was like it's a British show, and then it got on Amazon just as like an in syndication kind of thing, and people watched it and they were like, "Yo, this show is really fucking good." And so then like she just won like an Emmy and all this other shit, and they were like, "You could do another season?" And she was like, "Yo, that was like 4 years ago." I'm like, no, I'm not.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm done. So but they didn't catch it in time. But it immediately blew up and got popular in America.
That's probably how like Netflix gets most of their content.
Yeah, probably.
Because they got a lot of foreign shows on there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about shows from like Mexico and shit like that.
Yeah,
and
there's
all,
like a lot
pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, they bought a lot of like Brazilian shows at one point too. Yeah, so
it's weird.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I think they smartly a number of years ago bought a lot of sort of Spanish speaking or like Portuguese and stuff like that because that's a huge audience. Even in the US, it's huge. So yeah, it's a smart move. But hey, Netflix is gonna die soon.
No, it's not.
No, it is not. The second I get done with The Witcher and a couple other things, I'm gonna get right into The Messiah. Like I want to watch that show.
Oh, I watched Lobby Baby, that stand up, Seth Meyers stand up.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that the end where he was like making jokes as his wife was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like going back and telling the same jokes. It was super clever.
I'm like, I've never seen that before.
But he did a really good job.
He was funny. Like that's a funny stand up. If you never checked it out, like that dude's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's really funny. Yeah, I don't know if he writes his closer looks. I'm assuming he does some of a lot of the writing for that.
I mean, he did a lot of writing on SNL.
Yeah, after watching that stand up, like that dude's just really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. And I find Closer Look to just be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a great segment. All right, so Raising Dion, I haven't seen it, so I don't have an opinion. But again, like we were saying, we've not heard very positive things about it. Movie and TV news this week. Kevin Feige disappoints the internet by letting people know that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is only going to feature a 98% Asian cast. 2% of which are going to ruin this film. 98%. Like,
yeah, look, it's fine.
Yeah, like in I think it was Hi, who is in our fan group. She was like, yeah, and I hope of that 2%, one of them is Everett Ross, so people can give some bullshit complaint like they did in Black Panther. They're like, why is this white man in this movie? Like, yeah, he's not a main character. It's fine.
He was a fucking ancillary character. Calm down. Look, this is good. This 98% Asian.
Oh, 100%.
Like you said,
100%. This movie's gonna make $1 billion with ease. With ease. So simple. Because he's Chinese.
Yeah.
The second this goes to the Chinese box office, they're gonna lose their fucking minds. Because they're like Americans. They need to hear themselves. They need to see themselves on screen.
They're super jingoistic.
Yeah, they're super jingoistic. That's absolutely
right. Look, I think it's going to make more money over there than here.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
I mean,
look,
I don't
Black
know.
Panther was a movement because like every black person in America saw it.
Like 400 times?
Right. Like this is Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Granted, but allow me.
And it's Marvel, but at the same time,
allow me to actually for a second here.
I think it's going to do better worldwide than domestic.
But let me propose something to you. Niggas like kung fu and shit. They do.
I literally just watched that fucking kung fu kicks and like the iron fist and cut.
We do.
I watched that too after.
Black people going to be look. This is our Black Panther too. Okay, like we gonna be there.
It depends on how much martial arts is in it.
Oh, a ton.
And how good it. Well, it don't even matter. Like it could be trash.
Come on. The amount of Saturday afternoon kung fu theater I've watched as a kid. It wasn't all great.
Fucking WNUV.
But
like kung fu theater.
I used to love kung fu theater.
Shit. Yeah, who didn't? Yeah.
It was the shit. I can't believe that's not like. Why is there not a very large amount of that? There used to be a lot of it on Netflix. I don't know that there's a ton of it anymore, but there used to be a lot of old school kung fu flicks. Like if I was like the Shaw Brothers or something like that, like whoever owns them now, I'd be like, here you go, Netflix. I dump it all up there. Fuck it. All that shit. Enter 36 Chambers, all of it.
Yeah, the Shaw Brothers fucked all the way up. Because they were like the shit in the 70s, the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah, they were.
Then once the 80s came around, it was Golden Harvest.
Yeah, it was.
And they had all those Sammo Hung and
oh yeah, all the big names. Then wasn't Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga has more movies than I fucking realize.
Oh, wait.
He's got like 100 movies.
Yeah, his catalog reads like a porn star's catalog. Yeah, it's like busting out in grandma's butt, one thing at a time. Like it's like he's done so many movies, it's insane. But yeah, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is on screens February 12th, 2021. Look, that trailer comes out and it's got a bunch of like badass martial arts. It's over.
I hope so. Yeah. Because they're great at fucking cinema choreography. Like Marvel choreography, they are great at telling a story with the combat because you can actually see it. Some movies better than others,
right?
But
and you have to nail the choreography for this. You have to. Yeah, I feel like knowing Marvel, they're gonna get the top notch Asian like martial art.
Like I need them to get like the person that like choreographs like Donnie Yen for his movies.
Yo, he's too fast.
Or something like that.
Yo, he's literally too fast. Like it's ridiculous. Even when they're not speed ramping his fighting, it's insanely quick.
I was watching, what was it, the Quarter Guys. They said there was a sequence. I can't remember what movie what it was. He had a fight with this guy, and the guy he was fighting in the movie, he was like, "Yeah, I can't keep up." Like they're doing because they like start freestyling at points during the fight. During a choreographed fight, they start freestyling, and it's like, "Yo, I can't keep up. You're moving too quick. You got to slow down, bro." Like they're so fast. Like him and Jet Li, they're like so fast. They have to slow themselves down.
You can actually film it.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
and like they get hit for real sometimes.
Yeah, I'm
sometimes
sure
they don't pull those punches, and like the stuntmen be getting punched in the face and shit.
You're like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah, like
yo, this job is not paid that well.
There's one. I think it is Donnie Yen. He's like he'll pay stuntmen a little bit extra to actually let them hit him, to actually let him hit them. And like over there, there really ain't no regulation. It's like I give you extra $600 and you let me really punch you in the face. It was like, my baby needs new shoes, but I want a broken jaw.
Like, yo, like take it easy on the moneymaker.
Give me a rib shot.
Yeah,
I'll be like, nah, I want to knock you out, like legit. Extra $600? No.
Nah, I'm not getting knocked out.
I want to keep my teeth, nigga. Like, calm down,
Donnie. Yeah, we're gonna have to CGI this entire sequence.
But yeah, like I need that level of choreography for this.
Absolutely.
Like, come on, you have to. You got to go all out.
Yeah, no, you should. And so speaking of Donnie Yen, that reminds me, like, I don't remember the name. Somewhere I had the DVD, but Donnie Yen was in a movie, and somebody, I'm sure some fucking martial arts nerd will be like, it was blah, 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 where he fights this guy in an alley, and he's fighting the guy, I can't remember, I think he has like an aspaton.
That's the scene I'm talking about.
Yeah?
Yep.
That movie is so that movie's good.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but
it's got like it's like a couple of letters too. Like it's like something like XYZ or something. But yeah, that scene, they're fighting so fucking fast. It's insane.
That's exactly the scene I'm talking about.
That's funny. And that's the scene. It's like you need to slow down.
You need to slow down. We're freestyling, but nigga, you too fast.
And even the scene looks insanely quick. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to throw punches and kicks. It's another thing to throw punches and kicks and hit somebody with a fucking ass baton. Like, it was crazy.
Nah, I don't do that.
Yeah, and like, I'm not giving you...
That dude got some bruises.
Yeah,
from time to time. It's like, shit.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I'll have to see if I can find the name of that movie. Again, I'm sure somebody is like yelling right now into their phone. Next up, Ryan Reynolds says Deadpool 3 is officially in the works at Marvel Studios. This is good to hear. It's not particularly surprising to me. But he basically said, like, look, they are in fact actually working on it. It is in process, like, you know, the writing and everything is coming along. So the question is, how does it kind of work in that universe? So the quote from Reynolds, by the way, is, yeah, we're working on it right now with the whole team. We're over at Marvel Studios now, which is like the big leagues all of a sudden. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, we're working on it. So They are over at Marvel Studios. They are actually, working on getting Deadpool 3 done. It will be very interesting to see how they integrate this into the MCU. Because some people are like, oh, it needs to be its own separate universe. No, they didn't buy Fox to then start making separate universes around it. That's stupid. But the Deadpool guys, because of the nature of that character, you can kind of just throw him in and just be like, fuck it. Like, you were from a different universe, now you're in this one. And he could just be like, I'm from a different universe, and now I'm in this one. Like, he just say the shit, and who cares? Like, It doesn't matter. He's the only one who knows he's in a comic book. So I would say just play that up and then just throw him in. What will be interesting is, will they have him show up in other people's movies? And how will they handle that? Right? Because Ryan Reynolds can be funny. Obviously, Deadpool was super crass. But I think you can pull off Deadpool in short cameos and other things without having him say fuck, shit, cock, balls. Like, I think you can have him do things and just be... Because, like, sometimes Ryan Reynolds is even better at physical comedy than he is at, like, just, like, verbal comedy. So, yeah, I think he can pull it off. Like, in Six Underground, he's not doing almost anything physical. He's doing all. Like, he doesn't barely do anything. He's just kind of just quipping the whole time. So, like, I think he could pull it off, but it's just going to take some good writing. So, I didn't think the writing was that strong in Deadpool 2. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. Yeah. But I think 1 was a little better. Yeah. And
as a whole, 1 was better.
Right. I mean, 2 did more things. Like, it was bigger and everything else for obvious reasons because they actually had a budget worth a damn. But 1 was kind of cool to watch because it had no budget. And they were still able to pull it off. And it's super impressive.
And made, what, $700 million or something crazy?
Almost 800. Yeah. On a $75 million budget, it made $785, if I recall. Which is...
Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, that's why I got a part 2. And I like how people are like, oh, they're going to recast Ryan Reynolds. Oh,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yo, those movies were gangbusters. And they were gangbusters because of him.
Yeah. Like he loves the character.
Right. Like, you could never...
passion project.
Right. Can you imagine if they broke the news? Deadpool's going to be in the MCU with a new actor. People would be pissed. That makes no sense. Like, come on. Next up, Margot Robbie confirms that Jared Leto's Joker is not in Birds of Prey.
I didn't know he was supposed to be in Birds of Prey.
Well, I mean, they break up, sort of before the movie starts, and by the trailer, that's kind of what they're implying.
But they never showed him.
Right, but they're like, nah, he's
no
not
one
in.
wants to see you.
No one wants to see him.
Like, come on.
And I also saw an article when this article came out that was like, Margot Robbie praises Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I was like, there it is. There it is. I'm telling, look, that's my dude I told you moment, yo. You're never going to see Leto in that role again. You're never going to see him in that role. Either he's going to quit that role or they're going to be like, just go over there. We don't need you.
But would you bring what's his name into
Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix? Because it's a different. The tone is way too different.
It's super different.
Like, you can't. I don't think you can do that.
I think it's better
especially this movie. No. Well, this movie's made already, so it's not that it matters. But like, these two tones are vastly different.
They are. And look, I don't know what they're going to do. Frankly, if anything, I would recast Leto. I just recast him. I just don't think his Joker was very good. I was willing to give it a chance, but I just don't think it was good.
But who?
I don't know. I don't know. Or you somehow figure out how to... I don't know if you necessarily change the tone of Joker, but you move him into less of the, like, solidly crazy into, like, the crazy crime lord kind of character. And if you can do that, then you may be able to wedge a way to get him into this universe. But again, like you said, the tones are fucking very different. They're super different. So I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm glad to see Leto's not in it, because that guy runs a cult on an island. He's weird, and they should try to get away from him, because there's definitely going to be a story that breaks about him, and it's going to be really unfortunate. For everyone else but Jared Leto. Marvel's Kevin Feige confirms a transgender character is, quote, in a movie that we're shooting right now. So at a Q&A session, somebody asked him about, like, does he have any future plans for LGBTQ plus characters in the MCU? And he was like, yeah, something we're shooting right now actually has a transgender character in it. My guess is that's Eternals, but it could be Black Widow too. So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care what it's in. I'm interested to see how they handle it. I hope they don't do like what Star Wars did with their lesbian kiss in this one. It was just like two people kiss, and it was like there was just a bunch of other things going on. So you just kind of didn't really even, you're like, oh, okay. And it was just like kind of passed on. If you're going to have a trans character in it, like don't just have like, hi, I'm trans, and then just walk off. Like have them do something, right? Frankly, smart money is have a trans character and make them a badass, right? And where people are like, that's cool. Like, don't just make them a side character. Like, actually give them something to really do. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know who that character could be. Could be anybody, but it should be interesting. I'm very curious as to how they're going to handle this and how it will be received. Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing about that is, like, okay, they're going to have a trans character in the movie. Like, trans folks don't want you to think, don't want you to see that's the first thing that you want to know about them.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, you have a trans character. Is that going to play a big role in that?
Right. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, you don't like, because in Queen and Slim, India Moore was in it. It was in it.
She's the one from Pose?
Yeah.
She's a dark skinned woman, right?
No, she's the like the Puerto Rican.
Blanca.
No.
Who are you
Angel.
Oh, yeah. She's super fine. I don't give a fuck.
She was in Queen and Slim, but she was just in it.
So she's not playing a trans character.
She's not playing trans character. She's trans, but she was just in the movie. So, like, is that what this is going to be, or are they going to specifically say, "Oh, I'm trans. Hey, I'm trans"? Like, that seems like pandering to me. It would seem kind of like pandering, but at the same, that's kind of so. Like, that's a tight rope you got to walk.
Because you can't.
Because, like, I understand.
You want to acknowledge.
I understand the question, but, like, the execution is what's important.
Right. And is it more important? So, is it more important to have a trans character or a trans actor? Right? Because.
Like, if you're going to have that character,
that's complex.
You better be, like, you'd want them to be trans.
Right.
Because then if they're not, you're going to get backlash for them not being trans, but them being a transgender character.
Right.
So it's kind of like, what do you...
Right, but... Yeah, see...
Again,
and this is why
I
it's
don't
not...
like these questions. That's why I don't like, what are you going to do without to be specifically trans characters? Because I'm like, is the person that asked the question, are they trans?
Right, because I think this is one of those things. It is, and it's complex, right?
Yeah,
because
very much so.
Let's say it's a trans woman, right?
Yes.
Likelihood is that is true.
Yeah.
If it is a trans woman, do you cast her in a role of a trans character, or do you cast her in the role of a woman? Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, is it more important for the trans character or a trans actor?
That's what I'm getting at. Like, what are you going to do? How are they doing? As it's filming now, so apparently they have that person, or they're filming that person. What is it going to be once the movie comes out, or once the show, or whatever it is, whatever they're filming?
It's a movie. Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my thing. I'm like, that's cool. But how do you execute it? If you're gonna have, like, what's her name playing a trans character?
Scarlett Johansson. I'm trans. Like, yo,
stop it.
She tried before.
Yeah,
she's like, no. Turns out Black Widow's trans. Like, that's it's not. No, Scarlett, that's not it.
Stop it.
I'm Asian. Again, don't do that.
I'm just interested to see how they pull it off, because
that's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, Oof. You're going to have to get trans folks to be consultants on that. Like, seriously, you really going to have to. And the fucked up thing is, you could have a trans person consulting on this and how that character's treated and everything else. And their perception of whether it should be a trans character or a trans actor is wholly up to them. Where somebody else watching it could be like, yo, why is this trans actress playing a woman, right? You don't even have to say that she's trans or not trans, but if you don't say she's trans, and the implication is that she is a woman, like, but trans women want to be identified as women. They're generally not like, I'm not a woman, I'm a trans woman. Like, that's not really a thing. Or maybe it is for some, but I don't think that's for all. Look, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Again,
that's tough.
this is one of those situations.
And they should do it, by the way. They should figure out what they're going to do, and they should do it, and they should go forward with it. I am saying, and I think Terrence is saying, that's just hard.
I'm just going to sit back, eat my popcorn, and watch the reaction. That's all I'm going to do.
I think you should have 2 trans characters. I think you should have one character who is clearly trans, and another character who is played by a trans person who is just identified as the gender that they want to identify. Just 2. You can't do one because you're gonna fuck it up. You gotta
have the backup.
You gotta have the backup. Like, they'd be like, wait a minute. Be like, nope, but what? Nope, check it out. Other trans person.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up.
Even if they don't, they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah.
And
especially in like a Marvel movie or Marvel property. Come on, yo. Like, someone's going to be mad. It's just the way.
Now, here's the thing. The only way that you can do this, seriously, this is going to sound super rudimentary, but this is the only way I can see it working, is trans woman actress who is playing a character who everyone thinks is, in fact, a woman, a cisgendered woman. Someone is romantically interested in that character. A man, a cisgender man, is romantically interested in that character, and it's like, hey, why don't we go back to my place or whatever? And she says, just so you know, I'm trans, and he's like, that doesn't matter to me. I still like you. That's the only way it works. It's the only way, and that is as juvenile of a way of writing as possible. It's the only way it works without you getting in trouble. It is.
Yeah.
That's the out. Because it's a trans actress playing a trans person, identified as one, making the correction. The cisgender guy goes, I don't care, because all things are equal. Let's rock and roll. And it just all works. And everybody walks off into the sunset. That's it.
You would hope.
Somehow they're going to fuck this up. They're going to fuck it up.
Again, like, look, I don't hate the idea. I'm all for it. But again, execution is going to be very important.
Oh, boy. You know what? I'm actually super interested to see what they do.
I don't think it's going to go well. In this climate, I just don't.
Yeah.
Like, I have faith in Marvel because they haven't really fucked up yet.
This is a different.
But yeah,
it's a landmine. It's a landmine. But see, because it's such a landmine, it makes you afraid to actually do those things, right? Because adding gay characters isn't a big deal.
Yeah, everybody's gay.
Like, for real. Right. Adding gay characters, adding straight characters, obviously is easy. White, Asian, black, whatever. That's easy. The trans issue is a little bit, it's not so black and white. It's legitimately.
Those borders are fucking rocky.
Yeah, they are.
It is.
So I am very interested to see how they handle it. Fucking yikes. Yeah. Yo, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if Kevin Feige can handle this and everybody is pleased, he'd a goat.
That nigga's a genius.
Yeah, he'd a goat. Like, you gotta give Kevin Feige his flowers. Like, you have to. If he's able to, like, slide his way through that shit, yeah, he's a goddamn genius, man. He's a goddamn genius. All right. No question of the week. But before we get to What the Fuck brought to you by JTD, here is an interesting announcement. Shirts, official shirts, and other things that you may want to buy. So we actually launched a TeePublic store that you can buy. You can buy. We have one shirt. It is not just our logo. We actually had an artist come up with an addition to our logo. It's a logo with a snide little smirking superhero leaning up against it. It's a new design. So you can get it in a number of different types of t-shirts, stickers, mugs, kids hoodies, pillows, pins, totes, all that stuff, laptop bags, everything. Baseball t-shirts, all that stuff. So go to thenerdpocalypse.com/merch, and that will take you to the store. And you'll be able to get whatever you want. Whatever you order, we get a cut of that, so that really helps us out. And that'll be up. Like, it's just up. We're going to be launching some other designs later this year. Some designs for some of the other shows in TMP Studios as well will be there. So look forward to all of that. But again, the nerdpocalypse.com/merch will get you there. You guys unfortunately missed the sale price, but t-shirts aren't that expensive. And look, if you buy it and you buy it and you're rocking it out in public, take pictures, man. Send it to us. That would be awesome. Tweet at us at those nerds, or send us a message on like Facebook or something like that. That would be really dope. We'd love to highlight those images. And like, if you don't want to put your face in it, that's okay. We understand. But if you do, and you're out, people are asking about it, tell them about the podcast. That would really help us. And look, it's the first of sort of items that we're selling, but it will not be the last. So if you like this one, again, you can check out the other ones as well. Or you can just, by the way, you can just go to TeePublic's website and just search the Nerdpocalypse, and you'll find it as well. You'll see our logo with the little dick hero. He looks like kind of a dick, which is, I think appropriate for us.
Whatever.
He's kind of a jerk. He looks like a jerk. So check that out, and we appreciate it. And again, that'll be up just forever. All right, what the fuck brought to you by JTD, Terrence?
A bottle was shoved up a man's ass when he tried to scratch an itch. That's what the title says. Bottle gobbled up by man's anus when he tried to scratch an itch. Because of course.
Wait. He was trying to. Read the story. I'd rather not speculate. Actually,
a patient is recovering after his anus swallowed a bottle while he was trying to relieve an itch. Okay, the man 60 who was not being identified, insists that he was trying to scratch his anus.
Yo, come.
Scratch his anus when the cologne bottle was gobbled up inside of him.
Yo.
He eventually went to the hospital, where he told doctors he had a pain in his abdomen. Yo, how far? You know what? Cool. They investigated, and when they got to the bottom of it, they found the 2-inch wide bottle lodged firmly up his posterior.
Oh my God.
Gastroenterologist Dr. Such and Such, who carried out the anal surgery, released pictures from the hospital in this area as a warning to others not to do the same.
Does he have a Sarlacc pit, like the thing from Return of the Jedi, like for an anus? Like, gobbled it up?
Yeah,
that's not how your butt works, dude.
Apparently it is, because apparently people get shit stuck up their ass all the time.
I don't think it's like a magnet where you just like put it close. It's like, whoop, it's gone. Like, no.
Like, how far? Yo, that thing is way the fuck up there.
That is, and he didn't break it, which is also impressive.
Well, it's 2 inches. It's like a small cologne bottle, so it's like.
Oh, I thought it was a beer bottle.
No.
Oh.
It's a small. A picture found. A probe found the base of the 7-inch long Florida water cologne. Oh.
Was it filled with Joop?
Yo, that's 7-inch long Florida water bottle, cologne bottle, around 2 inches inside his anus. What?
That's insane.
So that joint was like, okay, bro.
China?
Yes. It was in China. Dr. Lin said the patient told me my abdomen hurts. There's something inside. I can't poo or fart. You knew what the fuck was in there because you put it there, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
No, it gobbled it up.
It got up there. But the entire glass bottle was inside his rectum. It could feel the bottle under his abdomen. He said his anus was itching. need some cream.
Yo, China is a wild place.
Bizarre. He said, I was very uncomfortable, so I bought a bottle of Florida water and began. This nigga literally bought this bottle to scratch his ass?
Yo, China's
How does that even make sense?
Yo, get a stick.
Yo, he was like, I bought a bottle of Florida water and shoved it up my ass to scratch an itch. Then the bottle accidentally went up my rectum.
No, it didn't.
No, you bought the bottle of water to shove up your ass.
Yes, you did.
Like, you could have just, maybe they don't have like Amazon in China.
They don't have a Dwayne Reed.
Can you like order shit online? Or was it just like,
he needed it right now.
He needed to scratch that itch instantly.
With a bottle of
I need
Joop.
to buy a
yeah, it's a bottle of Joop.
I need to buy a bottle of Florida water to scratch my ass.
That's
AKA shove it up my ass.
China's a wild place.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with China?
I don't know.
He added, it's better to seek medical attention and let a doctor help you than to attempt to resolve similar conditions by buying tools and such things. Why?
A pair of pliers.
The patient is not expected to suffer any long-term effects apart from embarrassment.
Yeah. How did they get it out?
You gotta fucking...
Did they maybe cut his stomach to get it out?
These are the tools that were used.
Oh, those are...
That's not what they use for, like, pap smears and shit?
Yeah, the thing that goes in and...
Yeah, you had to open... They had to open up his... Like, apparently the rectum is very elastic.
Yes. Yeah. As we've learned every week.
Yeah, a lot can go up there. So I'm assuming it wasn't too difficult to get it out, right?
He's lucky somebody didn't punch him in the stomach.
Shattered a fucking...
Oh, shit.
Like, isn't the Florida water used for, like, mysticism or something like that?
Santeria?
I don't know, but this is, like, you didn't buy a bottle of Florida water just to scratch your ass.
I don't get it.
Like, you just shoved a bottle of water up your ass.
Yeah. All right.
You're a weirdo.
Very. All right. My story, last but certainly not least. Very much in the same guise as the late great Bobby, or not. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's still around. Bobby Brown, he's still alive?
Yes.
Everybody around him is dead.
Yeah,
Unfortunately. Much like the great Bobby Brown, rather than improve his noodle recipe, a restaurant owner, this is in China, of course, would lace his noodles with opium to get patrons addicted and increase their chances of coming back for more. The restaurateur's dirty trick was uncovered by mistake after someone who ate at the local Xinjiang Autonomous County tested positive for morphine, the active component in opium, during a police inspection. The shocked man insisted he did not willingly take drugs and told investigators that the only thing he had ingested that he couldn't vouch for was a bowl of noodles at a local restaurant. That's how police ended up making a surprise visit to the noodle shop in question when they took where they took a packet of snail powder which tested positive for morphine.
First of all, what the fuck is snail powder?
I don't know.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
Nigga was putting crack in the he literally sprinkled some crack in it.
That's a wildly genius move.
It was probably really tasty.
Yeah, I mean,
I would try it.
Opium laced noodles. Sure,
why not?
I do like ramen.
This shit is good.
I like ramen.
Yeah, I do too.
There's not enough ramen spots. I have to say.
There's one on 33rd.
Yeah, that one got there after we moved, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, it is pretty new.
That was just. This is a genius. This is a genius move. This guy is clearly a go-getter.
Yeah.
This sounds like something. This is how Micah would run a business. By the way, if we could spread drugs to you guys via the airwaves to get you to listen more, we would. That is 100% fact. So don't ever come to my restaurant that I'm in. Don't lace your food with opium. That's not cool because it could kill someone. Like, what if you had an opium addiction, right? And you had gotten over it. You're like 20 years clean. This guy's like, come to my noodle bar.
Ramen is so good.
I can't stop eating there. My body is calling. Yo, the noodles be calling me. Yo, they be calling. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Yeah. Anything to make $1 over there, huh? It's not a first world country, guys. All right, that is it for us this week. Again, like I said, it was a slightly shorter show, but we'll be back hopefully with a full show full of news next week. The one thing I will say to you guys, just because my schedule, and one day I will tell the entire story of this. My schedule is a little bit crazy over the last couple of months, so that's why we haven't been keeping up with like airing of grievances and things like that. That's on me. All of those things will be back next week. Airing of grievances will be back, as well as some other premium shows. So look forward to all of those things in 2020. Look Forward is back. We'll record this weekend or early next week. So that'll be back. Black on Black Cinema's preview episode is out by the time you're listening to this. And then full episode of Black on Black Cinema will be out next week. So Dense Pixels is back this coming Monday.
Yep.
So everything is on its way back this coming week. So look forward to all of that. We had a good vacation, but it feels good to be back. So we will see you guys next time.
Take it easy.
Bye.
You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.